Hey everyone, so here's another one of my winter designs. This one is an acrylic design, and I'm going to say sorry already. I'm sorry I went out of shot for, a lot of this video. But yeah, so I've thrown that out there now, sorry. So I'm starting off with this lovely Team Gorgeous colour called Icicle. This is one of my go-to colours in the winter. I don't get more in shot now for a good few minutes. I'm really sorry, I didn't realise. So I've started at the cuticle area and then blended down, and then I've come in with CJP Snow White, and I'm going to put that at the tip and blend up and creating an ombre. I'm going to have a little ramble on now because obviously we're not in shot, you can't really see what I'm doing. About the fact that I'm using different brands. So this gets asked a lot, and I've said it before in other videos, but I'll say it again now. So my main system is CJP. So I also use loads of other colours as design colours. So the way that works is as long as you always cap and base in the same system, you have the strength there. So I always use CJP as a base and to cap, and then I can use any colour I like in the middle as a design powder, as long as I use those other system, like that main system either side. So if you're mainly NSI, use NSI as a base, cap in NSI, and then you can use any colour you like in between. So I created that ombre. I then used my wet brush to pick up some Silver Shine Tinsel and place it across the nail, and then I've picked up the Snowman. The Snowmen are a lot easier to pick up out of the pot, as you can see, because I tried to pick them up in the pot and then just threw them out. It's one of those days. And then what I've done is I've just put a little bit of acrylic over those snowmen, just to kind of set on top, so that when I then cap them, in theory they shouldn't move around. I'm then going to cap that entire nail in crystal glass, which is CJP. So obviously starting at that cuticle area, and then gently pat, tap, pulling down. And this is where my theory was ruined, because that top snowman started dancing around, so I then had to kind of like push him back into place. Tricksy little bugger. It's also, I'm really struggling doing tips, like practice tips at the moment, because I leave my salon's quite cold. Because it's like a separate room in my house, so I regularly leave it like with the heating off and stuff over the weekend. So I popped in at the weekend just to do a couple of designs, and the room would not heat up. So the acrylic was taking forever to set. So you want to make sure everything goes nice and matte, so you know it's all capped and encapsulated, and you're happy with the shape structure. Obviously when you're working on practice tips, I just make sure there's a nice even shape, like even structure, like a nice even amount of acrylic capping it all. And then I'm going to let that set. And then once it's all set, we're going to file into shape. And this is a bit of a pet peeve of mine. I see a lot of people when they do their practice tips, they don't take the time to file them beautifully and smoothly. Now your practice tips are fantastic. Like, get a nice little ornate photo frame, put some black backing in, where you put your picture, and then you can blue tack your practice tips on there. So when your clients come in and they're like, oh, I don't know what I want to have, you can say, oh, any design from here, and then it gives you a chance to kind of do what you've been practicing. Now, you want to make them the best you can possibly do, so always take the time whenever you do practice tips to really file them really nice and smooth. When you top coat in them, you want to see that lovely line of light, so it's lovely and smooth, because obviously you want to show your best work. So take the time to finish your practice tips, make sure they're, as perfect as possible, so that then people can see the work you can do. Because if I saw a lumpy, unfinished practice tip, I really, the design wouldn't jump out at me. I wouldn't want to try it. I'd be like, oh no, no, because if that is that the finished article, oh no, I'll finish it better when it's on you. Well, then take the extra minute and finish it. So when you put this top coat on, you can see there's like a line of light along that nail. And if you don't get that, then take a little minute just to file it in a bit more. So that's my little ramble there. So now I'm going to use my Crystal Nails Royal Gel. So this is basically any 3D or design gel which is tack free. I'm going to put my centre dot in, and then from this I'm going to go up 2 dots, down 2 dots, and to the side 2 dots. So I'm going to make a cross. You want to keep it relatively even. And then I'm going to do exactly the same coming out in between those 2 lines, so you end up with 8 lines of dots coming out. So dot dot, then in the middle here, and again. And then what I'm going to do is use my fine liner. It's a Crystal Long Zero brush, I believe. And I'm going to get the tiniest teeny, like, it's mainly just to wet the brush. As you can see, there's very little on there. Start at the centre and come out. And if you don't have a very steady hand, then take a nice deep breath before doing this. And then literally start at the centre and blend out, going through the 2 dots. So you have a nice little snowflake kind of star design. And then I'm going to use some of the Crystal Superfine in Sleigh Bells. I'm going to use my cuticle brusher just to pick up a scoop of this and sprinkle on that. Make sure you don't touch it, don't smudge it or anything. Make sure it's all covered, tap off any excess and pop it in the lamp and cure for 60 seconds. And then when that's all fully cured, bring it out and just dust off the excess. And there you have it, just a cute little Christmassy design. So I hope you like that, guys. Any questions, comments or requests, just pop it below. Thanks for tuning in. Bye!